Hello there everybody, my name is Michael Gray, and this is my speed run for Nancy Drew, Tomb of the Lost Queen.
60 years ago, a violent
In a speed run, you try to beat a game as quickly as possible, so I've got notes here which I'm going to be following. I basically wrote down all the solutions to the puzzles of the game and what order I should solve the puzzles in. I think if I work really well, I can beat this game in under 50 minutes. Hopefully under 45 minutes even. Although I'm not going to hold my breath. I think I might be a little slow because I'm doing commentary while I'm recording the speedrun, so I might get distracted by saying things, and, you know, I will not solve these puzzles so quickly. So the game starts off with this, it's a cutscene. You can't do anything about this cutscene, you just have to wait for the cutscene to end. And there are a couple of things that you can do inside the main tent, which you pretty much have to do.
Don't move.
Such as you have to learn how to play Senate, and you have to get the books from Nancy's trunk, and you have to get John's notes.
Nancy,
but
what have I missed?
I'm going to skip that
actually.
for now.
The crew left after the storm.
They
kept talking about the old team that disappeared, and then they were gone.
Tent and go back to all the introductory
I'm just glad you're
later.
okay.
About that...
What?
The docs here say there's reason to believe I was attacked. Nancy,
you're the only one I can trust now. I need you to be my eyes and ears until I can get out of there. But I just came here to job shadow you. Are you sure? Will you be coming back? As soon as they release me.
Until then, keep me updated on what you're seeing. I've got some notes in my bug
I'm saving myself a little bit of time by not getting the notes
keep
now.
Everything you find between you and me.
Very soon I will reach the Queen's Tiles puzzle, and there's a line about the notes.
I'll see if I can prove whose tomb this is, and find out who attacked you. I'll let you go.
Talk to you later.
Okay, I'm getting out of the main tent right now, and first things first, I'm gonna solve that jigsaw puzzle. Actually, let me get this other stuff here. Need the flashlight. This. Need these two tools. Jigsaw puzzle.
I should try to piece the amulet back together.
Oh, that piece. I thought it was in the right direction. So yeah, live commentary. I can't say anything because I'm trying to focus on how to solve the puzzle. Well, this isn't so bad. Uh-oh, that's bad.
There's a piece missing. I wonder where the rest of the amulet pieces were found.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through the amulet thing as quickly as possible. If you do the amulet thing later, you will overhear Jamila with a phone call or something. So I decided it's easier to skip that conversation because, you know, her phone call takes about half a minute.
I need to see if I can find something that will help me solve this.
Okay, so if you had John's notes, Nancy would have said, these are the Queen's tiles that John mentioned in his notes. So that's why I decided to find John's notes after after solving the Queen's tile puzzle.
Oops.
Use the flashlight and have another cutscene.
What are you doing?
I think we found the tomb.
Now,
I've got to see
there's
this myself.
something which is sort of interesting. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll notice with the Queen's Tile puzzle, I was able to start solving the puzzle while Nancy was talking, right? But
Magnificent.
sometimes when Nancy's talking, you can't start a puzzle.
Look at the hieroglyphs. There is something very
I don't
important.
quite understand it. This will become more apparent when we solve the
I can just get this light to
Four
turn
Sons of
back
Forest
on.
puzzle. And I automatically end up right back at the main tent, and now I'm going to do all that stuff you have to do at the beginning of the game.
Great! I could use this to translate the hieroglyphs.
Books, get the phone number.
Whoa, you
It's a
cannot
time
go back
saver
there.
to
Hi,
start
Nancy.
the conversation
Professor
here.
Boyle is gone, and I have to say this to keep things from
You
getting
know, automatically
awkward,
start a
but
conversation
look,
with Lily by trying to
I'm
open
assuming
the
authority
trunk.
in the time being.
It's faster
Are you sure
than
everyone
going to
here
Lily and
agrees to
starting
that?
to talk to her.
I just meant the American team, which is just you.
Sure, I don't mind.
Good. For now, you can look around if you want. Just don't screw anything up. Trust me. I just don't want the site to fall into chaos. I'm working entirely out of Professor Boyle's playbook.
I'm looking for Professor Boyle's notes.
His notes are off limits.
He wants me to have them. Call him if you don't believe me.
I will. Trust me.
Bye.
See ya.
I find it interesting that you really need to have that conversation. You can't get through the game without that conversation.
Part of John's notes are missing. That doesn't seem
We only
right.
have to talk to the character, say like twice per character.
This game looks cool. Can we
So
play?
Lily's
Yes. The
conversations
goal
are
is to get all of
limited
your
to
pieces off
the
the board first.
saying,
When
hey,
a
you
token
can't get
reaches
his
the last
notes,
square,
they're off
it's
limits.
removed from the board.
And
to move,
the other two
throw the
conversations
sticks.
you need to have
the
with
number
her
of light sticks
are both
determines how many
about
spaces you
Senate.
move. If all 4 sticks are dark, then you get to move 5
She
squares.
talks about Senate for a while.
I threw a 2. Well, what does that mean?
You can move any of your tokens to either an empty square or a square occupied by your opponent. If you throw a 1, 4, or 5,
Okay, that's
move
all
a
the
token
interaction
and then
you
throw
need
the
to do
sticks
for
again.
this entire
If no moves are
conversation.
available,
Just throw the
player
sticks and
skips
move the
their
piece,
turn.
and then wait for Lily to
I've rolled
stop
a 3,
talking.
so I'll move my token 3 spaces. If you land on an opponent, you swap places, sending your opponent's token back to your token starting position. If an opponent has 2 or more tokens in adjacent squares, then they've created a block. You can't swap places with a token in a block, but you can move over it. There are 5 special squares on the board, each with their own name and design. The square with the ankh is a safe square, and the token on this square can't be swapped. All tokens must stop on the square with the bird, even if the throw would have moved them past it. They can move past it on their next turn. Landing on the square with the
Oh,
water
she's still
sends
talking.
that token back to the square
Okay,
with the ankh. The last 2 are safe
don't worry,
squares,
pretty soon
so
I'll get back
tokens
to
can't be
actually
swapped.
playing things.
Let's start a
I
game.
will
You can go
solve the
first.
oil puzzle or something like that. The oil is right over here. Now that I have the oil and the lighter, I can light the lamps and do things over there.
A lamp! Great! I just need to find a way to get it working. I wonder if I could find a way
Like
to
here,
light the
she's
entire
talking,
room.
so I can't start the puzzle. It's just odd. Some puzzles she talks, which prevents you from solving
Let
the puzzle,
there be
and other
lamp.
puzzles, when she talks, it doesn't prevent you at all.
Okay.
Alright,
way too
so I
heavy.
try to push
If I
this
could
thing
make some sort of
open.
lever,
I'm looking down at
I
my
bet I
list
could
of
use
things
that
to
hole
do
and
while
open
she's
the
busy,
coffin.
explaining what you have to do.
What
I'll
was
get the
that?
things in this room,
It
and then
sounds
I'm
like it came from
visiting
the entrance.
N13E2. Right. I only wanted to visit N13E2 once in this game, so that will save me some time, because I don't have to make return visits to that area. So I do all my stuff over there in one go. And here's Jamila.
The sandstorm did not scare you away.
It'll take more than a
Jamila,
little sandstorm to get me to leave.
You don't really... I guess you do need to talk
Do
to
not
Jamila, but you
tempt
don't
the Anunnaki.
really need to talk to
The
Jamila.
What?
I should not
There's
have even
nothing
spoken
important
their
to
name.
talk to her about. You just
Disregard
need to
that.
talk to her to acknowledge
I didn't mean
the
to
fact
say
that she
Anunnaki.
exists.
Blast! I said it again, didn't I?
So just talk to her
I'm
and then
Jamila, by the
immediately
way.
end the
But if
conversation
anyone
as
asks,
quickly as
you
possible.
haven't seen me.
Why are you here?
Well, I can't exactly be there, now can I? That would make no sense.
I'd better get going.
Until
I
later.
guess the game just wants you to register the fact that yes, Jamila is a character. You do know that she is in this game.
You are still
So
here,
now that we know
darling.
she's a character,
Oh,
we
you
can talk
couldn't
to
drag me
Abdullah
away.
about her.
But if you don't mind, I'd prefer Nancy.
I prefer the distinguished Dr. Raccoon. It appears neither of us is going to get what we want. So I must know, are you very brave or just very stupid?
Oh, I'm very brave.
I'm not afraid of a curse, if that's what you're
So what
getting
am I
at.
gonna do here?
It is, but you
well,
still
I'm gonna
haven't
talk to
answered
him
my
about
question.
Jamila, obviously.
Oh, I'm very brave.
This is something
Jamila.
the
Here we
truly
go.
brave never say.
So
What
I'm
do you
gonna
think
get
of
rid
Jamila?
of him and pick up
What is
something
to
and then
think?
translate the
She
hieroglyphs
believes
there.
aliens built the pyramids.
Because
she
this
is a waste
hieroglyph
of my time.
message, it's optional,
So I take it
but
you
it
don't
is
believe
the
in
shortest
aliens?
hieroglyph message in
Let
the
me
game.
stop you there.
Normally when people say that, they have more to say.
I do not. If you do not have enough faith in
Alright,
humans
let me
to
move my
believe that
notes to the
we
side, 'cause I'm
invented
gonna need to
pushing,
type on my,
dragging,
keyboard
and lifting
for a
without the
moment.
help of aliens, you are terminally wrong
And incredibly
incredibly
stupid.
stupid. We will never agree on anything.
Are you okay with her staying here?
No. Get out of my sight!
You do not own this temple!
Let me see, I'll do the translations
Leave
first.
now, or I will remove you myself!
I'd like to see you try.
Can you either
She
do the
sure seems
translations
determined
or
to
get the piece
stay.
of wood first?
Why doesn't this area translate?
I don't know
That
why,
jackal symbol is
Nancy.
at the beginning and end of this passage. There must be something special about it. I need to translate the hieroglyphs.
This is the... Oh, no. Oh, man.
Nefertari! Could this be true?
Few mistakes, still relatively good. And now finishing off N13E2. Where's the pick? Where's the pick? It should be in my inventory. Here it is. Ah! Messing up.
This is approximately where the other amulet pieces were found.
Where's the brush? Here's the brush. Okay, so that's all you need of N13E2. Usually you have to go there twice, you know, once to get the amulet piece and another time to get the scarab, but I did them both at the same time.
Got it.
Which is a time saver. Now I can solve the scarab puzzle, I presume. Uh-oh.
Maybe the color has something to do with the
I can't start the puzzle
solution.
because she's talking. Oh man, which one do I do first? I think I go with green first and then red. Move those both up. White into place. That solves the puzzle, and here's the forest.
I should look around for a
puzzle.
clue
Oh yeah,
to
that's right.
solve
I need to
this.
look at the clue. Quick translate.
Looks like I need to find out
I
who
can
the
use
four
quick
sons
translate
of
because I
Horus
did the
were.
other hieroglyph puzzle first. You could tell that obviously it's quicker to do the short hieroglyph puzzle than it is
It
to do
fits.
the long one.
Now, what exactly does
And now
it
I'm
do?
solving the puzzle while she's talking. And here she's talking, so I can't solve the puzzle.
Whoa! What just happened? I should see if I broke something.
Oh. There we go, that's the solution.
Got it.
Somehow Nancy knows that's the solution without even going outside to check. Ah. Brief control mistake there. Now, it'd be nice if you could skip that puzzle, but you can't. You absolutely have to solve that puzzle because you absolutely have to look at the mural here.
This looks important.
Can't solve the mural puzzle without actually having seen the mural.
You have no idea what damage you have done!
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Alrighty, so,
You didn't know! Ignorance is
I
not
just
an
solved
excuse.
a couple
It
of
is the
puzzles, maybe
problem.
like 5 or so
You are
puzzles in a
undecisive.
row, and we're
Please,
gonna have a
I
lot
will
of
never
cutscenes
even
coming
come
up
near
here,
your work
so...
again.
That is right, you won't. You don't deserve
You know,
to
if
be
you don't
here.
like puzzles,
Have the dignity
you should
to
enjoy
act.
this. We have cutscenes.
I'll help. I promise.
We
Please, I'll do
absolutely have
anything
to
to
hear
stay.
the fight between
When the
Lily and
transport
Abdullah,
comes, you get
but
on it.
we don't
You
need to
are
talk to
taking up
Abdullah
space that
or
a good
Lily
student
about
could be
it.
using. I want nothing to do with you. You will never have a career. Just leave.
Wonder why they put that cutscene in, you know? Why did they put that cutscene in when it's completely optional?
Hello.
Uh-oh. Let's talk to her about Abdullah
What
then.
do you think of Abdullah?
Not
I
much.
have to talk to her about
He
Abdullah,
talks
but I
always like there is
accidentally
an
clicked on
audience
her.
near.
I
But
wasn't
what
expecting
audience would
on
listen to
starting
such
a
a tedious
conversation.
man? I say let him think he's in charge if it makes him happy.
You don't think he should be in charge?
I don't think he's capable of being in charge. He doesn't even believe in the Anunnaki.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Ah! Keep misclicking. Okay, Michael, focus. No more mistakes. No more mistakes.
It won't budge. Must be locked.
Okay, translate this.
I need to figure out what this means.
Translate is my best friend.
I need to get the correct gods to their proper locations.
Oh man, I already forget what the proper locations are. The jackal. Jackal, this guy, that guy, okay. Scarab here, crocodile there, and cat. Cat, that's the missing one. Okay, there we go. Sorry for taking so long.
Another coffin. And it's locked. Ancient Egyptians did not mess around. This could be about the Queen's children.
Okay, so the Queen's children. We absolutely have to talk to Professor Hotchkiss in order to solve this puzzle. And we absolutely have to have John's notes in order to solve this puzzle. Yeah, believe it or not, you need to have John's notes. If you talk to Professor Hotchkiss, but you
Hotchkiss
don't
here?
have the notes,
It's
you
Nancy
can't
Drew.
solve the puzzle.
Oh, Francine, dear, I'm so glad you called. I've been having the most infuriating problem with my internet.
Professor Hotchkiss is gonna
This
talk
is
for
Nancy
about, 2
Drew.
minutes.
Oh, you young people are
It's
so
a funny
pathetic,
conversation, though,
always in
so
search
I don't
of
mind.
new identities. The problem is that I downloaded this program called Weather Monkey. At my age, it's important that I keep abreast of all meteorological developments. But now I'm starting a new book, and I can't focus on my work because the Weather Monkey keeps yelling the weather at me.
Maybe you should uninstall it?
I will do no such thing. That would be tantamount to murder.
Maybe turn it down?
Brilliant and fantastic. Oh, yes, Samantha, you
I
are
think we're about
a
halfway
ticket.
through this
I would love
conversation.
to help you, but how do I know you again?
Nancy, Drew.
Oh, this is
We've
the only
met
time
a
we need
few
to call
times.
Professor Hotchkiss,
Aha,
actually.
now I remember you.
You're
If life
supposed
were
to
a
call her in
cookbook,
order to
you'd
solve
be
the
my
Path is
favorite
Destiny
reoccurring
puzzle, but you
character.
don't actually
I'm in
need to call
Egypt,
her
and I
in order
need
to
your
solve that
help.
puzzle.
Egypt? Well, why didn't you say that instead of chattering away about my internet problems?
I don't know how to respond to that. I read your book, and I thought maybe you could help.
You found my book
Okay, here we go.
while
This
you
is
were
the
in
last bit of the
Egypt.
conversation.
The
Now I just talked to her about the
serendipity is
children.
as delectable as Chateaubriand smothered in lavender lemon juice. I am at your disposal.
I didn't exactly find it. You sent it to me. You even signed it.
Oh dear, I sign and send lots of things.
Do you know anything about Nefertari's children?
Of course I do.
Can you tell me their names?
Yes, it's best we start with the boys.
Sure.
There's among her Kepchef, meaning among is with his strong arm.
How do I spell that?
Oh dear, you get a piece of paper and a pen, and you write down whatever
Yeah,
you
not
like
much
for the
to
next
say.
5 minutes.
Okay, what's coming on
Wait a
after
minute.
this? I have translation
Ray is
stuff,
with his
I have
strong
jigsaw. Oh, and then I'm gonna be
Mary,
doing,
beloved Ray.
something with
Miriatum,
Jamila. What am I
beloved of
doing?
us.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be
Oh,
solving
these names. The best part about
solving, you know, like
ancient
the,
Egyptian names is that
letters
there are
puzzle.
no
You'll
ancient
see.
Egyptians around to correct your pronunciation. Oh, come back when you're ready for the girls.
Can you tell me the names of Nefertari's daughters?
I need you to do some searching for me. I've decided to restart
It's
my
too bad
book
there's no
project.
way to skip
Can
these
you gather some
conversations
information
if you
for
want
me?
to.
If it means you'll tell me the daughters' names, then sure.
Great! Who is above all the doors in the main antechamber?
Mott.
Thank you.
I'm ready for the daughters' names now.
Merit Amen, the beloved of Amen.
Got it.
Henatawi, the mistress of two lands.
Okay.
Nefertari,
All right, there we go.
the lady
Finally.
of two lands. So it seems favoritism isn't a modern invention.
And the children were mentioned in order, from oldest to youngest, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks. I'd better get going.
Bye, dear.
Alrighty, don't talk to Jamila this time.
Time to use what I've learned about Nefertari's children and hieroglyphs to figure out the order.
So, what you learned about hieroglyphs refers to John's notes, I presume. I'm gonna be quiet while I try to solve this puzzle. This is kind of a complicated puzzle.
And this must be Nefertari.
You can't actually work on the puzzle while Nancy is saying the solutions.
This is
So
Hanutari.
I can't do anything. I can't pick up pieces or put them down while Nancy is saying, this is X, Y, and Z. Let's work with the upmost one. Two hands and the slug. Where's the slug? How is that not the proper solution? Uh-oh. I don't like it when that happens.
Got it. This must be Aman her Keplerchef. This is Pare her Wenemef. You must be Marier.
I don't think I made that many mistakes. Brief mistake
This
for
is
a moment there.
Mariatu. This must be Merit Aman.
Alright, okay. There we go. Puzzle solved. Ah!
It's empty. Wait, what are those?
Now a jigsaw puzzle.
I need to piece these together.
See, these two pieces go together. I basically did this puzzle over and over and over again until I figured out generally which pieces go together. This piece goes with this piece in the upper right hand corner. Pieces which look like they go together. Where are those pieces which look like they go together? This is in the bottom right hand corner. This slips in there. Here. This piece there. This piece sort of there. No, come on, fit together. Good. Alright, there we go.
Got it. Now to figure out what this says.
That was relatively quick.
There's another tomb in here.
Okay, so now
I
I
need to
tell
figure out how
Jamila
to
about the
open it.
sarcophagus so I can steal her paper.
Hi.
I opened the sarcophagus.
You did?
Oh, I didn't expect you to be so excited. I doubt it has anything to do with the Anunnaki.
You never know. I'll have to see this room myself.
Alright, open her bag.
Can't open it. It's locked. I need to open this. I wonder what
Left-hand
these
side of her
mean.
bag. There we go. Okay, now we need to talk to Dylan. You guys like Dylan, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Nancy certainly doesn't like Dylan because she doesn't ever want to talk to him about
Not to be
anything.
rude, but who are you? Why are you here?
I'm just
I could ask the
talking
same
to
of you,
him. What am
but
I
I
doing
won't.
here?
I'm Dylan Carter, to answer the
I'm just
question
talking
you
to
didn't
acknowledge
ask,
his
but
existence.
probably meant
There's
to.
no point to this
I'm Nancy
conversation
Drew.
at all.
Brilliant! Well,
So I talked to him,
Good
and
chat.
then I immediately
Mustn't keep
stopped
you from
the
your duties.
conversation.
I'd better get going.
hurry back now.
Second time you talk to him,
I've got
you
something
get the
for
second
you.
half of that,
What's that?
numbers puzzle.
Proof that Space
letters
Girl is
puzzle,
batty.
which I just
saw
got
her
from
creeping
Jamila.
around and she dropped this. Here.
It looks like some sort of code.
Ooh, you're generous. I call it the maniacal screed of a madman. Or is it mad
Okay, and
woman?
now for the paper puzzle.
Why is madness gender specific to men?
Yeah, you tell me.
I like you. Let's shake the dust off this small-time tomb off our boots and see the world together.
We're
can
not
I keep
wearing
this?
boots.
Yes,
I mean, he's got
but
sandals,
you have to
and
promise me that if it
presumably
starts
Nancy has
making
sandals,
sense,
too.
you'll call a psychologist immediately and schedule yourself in for a full workover. You would have had fun seeing the world with me. Admit it.
Bye-bye.
I'll be seeing you.
I think these letters will create words below.
You have the instructions right there, Nancy. Do you really need to say, I think I should follow the instructions. That might help me solve the puzzle. A, O, S, T, C, B.
That's not it.
There we go.
Wait, maybe if I look at the first letter of each word and see if that says anything. Let's see what this spells out.
Opens.
I need to figure out what this means.
Wonder why it says Blue Cat opens tomb, because really the Blue Cat doesn't open the
opens
tomb.
I should look around
The
for
amulet
something like
opens
that.
the tomb, but that's not a blue cat, that's a green cat. We'll see here in just a moment. We're gonna open it with the amulet, which is
It's
not
a
blue.
cat, just like in Jamila's notes. I need to clear this
I mean,
stuff
sure,
away
this
from
cat
it.
is blue, but
Almost
that
clear.
cat doesn't open it.
All clear. It looks like something is supposed to be placed here.
Alrighty, and then Dylan, not Jillian, got Jamila
I've
and
got
Dylan
this.
mixed up
Can't
together.
let you go first.
Um,
You never know what dangers lie beyond.
Dylan comes in,
Blast!
and we have another
It's
puzzle.
absolutely black as pitch in here. Pass me a torch, would you?
Okay,
Never
and then
mind.
after this,
I've got
I'm going to
something
be
here.
doing something which is probably the biggest time saver of all. It's doing the Jamila
Are you
puzzles
okay?
out of order.
Could you just shift it a
You're
bit so you
supposed
can
to
get the
talk to her
pressure
at
off?
the end of the game
If I
to
can
learn
remove
that,
some of the
she doesn't
pressure,
really
I
believe
may
in
be able to
aliens
buy you
or
some
something like
time.
that.
Yes! If you keep doing things
He's
like that, I
talking, so I
won't
can't solve the
die!
puzzle.
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Yes! Yes, that's it! That's best!
There we go.
That should hold. Stay still. I'm going to find you some help.
It's okay!
Yeah,
Everything's fine!
by doing the Jamila stuff
Ow!
out of order,
Never
I
mind.
completely
Everything's a
bypassed the
problem.
puzzle
Call the
where
hospital.
you open Abdullah's trunk and then find out that she
It
doesn't
took the
really
rescue
believe
team
in
a while to
aliens.
get through the
I'm just gonna
collapse, but they
completely
finally got
bypass
Dylan
the
out.
entire
He looked pretty bad.
alien
I hope he's going to
subplot.
be okay.
So that's a time
I'm sure
saver.
he will be, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I know,
So here's
but
how
that
that
doesn't
time
make me
saver
feel any
works,
better.
right?
Nancy, you don't need
You need to
stay. I
actually
can make
look
some calls
inside
to
Jamila's
Kingston.
bag.
We can get you out of there if you're worried.
You know, because her bag has the secret
No, I'm fine.
compartment.
Think it
But
over.
you're not
I'm
supposed
the
to be
one who
able
should
to
be there
open
and
up
I'm
that
not.
secret compartment until you've confronted
And
her
as
about
much
not
as I care
believing in
about keeping
aliens.
this site safe, it's not worth putting you in
So I'm just gonna
danger.
do things out of order.
I'll be fine, I
okay,
promise.
I'll stop talking now.
Okay. If you change
I'll,
your mind,
I'll
call
explain
me
more in a little
immediately.
bit.
See ya.
Talk to you later.
Where is Jamila? I'm gonna get rid of her and search through her bag. At this point, I don't know there's a secret
Hi, Nancy.
compartment.
I saw something very strange near the tomb.
You did?
Okay, so she's gone and she's going to disappear for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna call Dylan. And Dylan is going to say, hey, there's a hidden compartment in her bag. And I'm
Dylan?
gonna sneak
Is
back
that
and
you?
check out that hidden
Are you
compartment
okay?
while she's still gone.
I'm sorry. I hope you're not too badly hurt.
I'm in traction.
See if I wait an extra 5 minutes to go back and
I can
sneak
imagine.
around and look into her hidden compartment, then she won't let me look in her bag. Then I would have to solve the alien
You
subplot
sound a
in
bit
order to look in the bag.
scrambled.
A truckload of rocks will do that.
I hope that makes sense. It took me like 5, well, maybe more
Should I
like
let you
10
sleep?
tries to figure out
No,
what triggers
I think I'll die
opening the
before I
hidden
sleep.
compartment in her bag.
I can't do that yet. I'll be fine though.
It's a combination of this conversation with Dylan and the alien subplot.
That happens. All the way dead.
Oh, well,
But since I already
don't do
triggered
that.
the Jamila goes away for 5 minutes thing, and then I triggered this one, I can actually get the thing in her bag without the alien subplot.
Actually, I
I don't
called
think
you.
I'm explaining very well. I'm just saying I did things out of order, so I'm bypassing the alien subplot because I got rid of Jamila and then I learned she has a
Okay.
hidden
When I was
compartment.
lying there, under all that stone, I heard a voice.
And he's still
A woman's
talking.
voice.
Oh my goodness.
What was it saying?
Something in an old
I
language.
can
I've
try
never heard
explaining
before.
this again.
Something ancient and creepy.
Yeah. No, I'm not
That
gonna
tune is
explain it
cursed.
again.
I'm sure of it.
Are you sure it wasn't just something you imagined?
I know I'm all turned around, but I know what I heard. Even if they would let me sleep, I couldn't. Every time I close my eyes, I hear it. You need to leave.
I need you to try to remember. Is there anything else at the site that seemed strange?
I don't know if my memory could be trusted right now, but I do remember something strange about Jamila and that weird bag of hers.
Strange? How?
1 second, it would be empty, and then she'd reach down into it and pull something out. It was like a really bad magic trick.
I'd better get going.
I'll be seeing ya.
Alright, so sneak back in before Jamila returns.
What is this?
Alright.
What is Jamila actually up to?
It's hard to get rid of her after you've learned that she has a secret compartment in her bag.
It's too
How's
dark.
that? That's a good
I need
explanation.
to find something to
That's
light
why it's
the
a
way.
time saver.
I need to find a way to light
I got
this
rid of
lamp.
her before learning
I
about
need
the
to find
secret
a way to
compartment.
light the
Nancy, quit
oil.
talking. This is a simple
I
puzzle.
need to find a way to light this entire room.
It'd be nice if you could right-click, I guess, to rotate the mirrors. Be a minor time saver. The necklace. Translate
A
this.
threshold to a hidden area, perhaps? I
And
need to find
this
the one
puzzle.
that weighs less.
Alright, weigh 3 against 3. Yeah, If you're really lucky, you can guess the first one. I mean, you could guess what the correct one is just by random guessing. That would be a huge time saver for this puzzle. Okay, they're equal, which means this one is the right one. You need to have the journal notes, and you need to look at the cat's name.
It must be the cat's name.
Okay, on to my second page of notes. I'm off to solve the other puzzles.
Hi.
Oh, no. Okay,
Bye.
Until later.
didn't mean to do that.
It looks like something is missing.
Actually, did I mean to do that? I really could have had that conversation. Cobra puzzle.
All right, Cobras, let's get you to your proper places.
Okay, doesn't matter. We'll be seeing Hotchkiss green, yellow, purple, blue, red, yellow, green, blue, red, green. That's a problem with the speedrun is you get so concerned about doing things in the right order, you might mess up. Well, that and I'm doing things in the incorrect order to save time, so that sort of screws me up too.
That's nice and cryptic.
Okay, so I'm not going to call Professor Hotchkiss. I can solve this puzzle on my own.
Let's see if destiny really is the path.
Bird, scarab, that thingy. Where's a cat? Cat. This thing. Cat and slug.
Wow.
Just see the symbols and then talk
These
about
look just
them.
like the symbols from Lily's game. I should talk to her about it.
Go through here, open this hidden passageway. Where's Jamila? Yes, I needed to have that conversation
Hello.
with her.
You're here because of Abdullah, aren't you?
In part. I don't like him.
Why?
Because he's on the take. And he stages.
Stages?
He dumps things he has into a site to make it more exciting.
That's a big accusation.
I have more proof than I need.
I need to
Normally,
know
you
right
can't
now
have this
why you're
conversation
here.
until
I have the
you've,
authority to
done
have you
the
removed unless
subplot
you
about
tell
her
me
not believing in
immediately.
aliens.
You do not.
You
But
want to
because
try
I
me?
snuck around
Nancy.
in the bottom of her bag
I'm
early,
here to see that
the game thought
Nefertari
I
is
already went
returned
through
to
that
where she
subplot.
belongs.
Why?
Because it is
She's
my
gonna start
destiny to
talking
do
for a
this.
while.
Or to die trying. There is very old magic at work here. And I do not care what you believe. It is true. Ramses
Alright,
II.
so next I'm gonna solve the
He
bird
knew the
tile
temples
puzzle.
would be plundered by men like Abdullah. He knew the land would suffer
And that's
tyrants.
basically it. Yeah,
that
this
she
is,
would be
this
at
is
risk.
pretty much, you
He
know,
had
like
to know
the
that his
home
greatest
stretch,
love would
I
survive
think.
all of this. He had her hidden and called upon our bloodline. Every daughter in my family must seek Nefertari, and only when the time is
Not
right
too
will we be
many
able to find her.
conversations after
Then
this.
what?
Then she's returned to her rightful place, and we are relieved of our duty. When I was young, my mother died. I was told she'd been in an automobile accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
When I came of age, a letter came. My mother wrote it before I was born. She knew the search for Nefertari would probably kill her, that she was bound by fate, as am I. One day, I will have a daughter, and she will never receive
This
such a
is
letter.
something that just
search
now strikes
ends
me as
with
weird.
me,
We have this
not
dramatic
Abdullah.
conversation,
Do you really believe all of that?
and for
Yes.
some reason she
But
gives
why
us
the fake aliens?
the Lily
Abdullah
thing,
told the
you know,
press
the
he thinks
numbers
alien followers are
transparency
stupid.
sheet. I have no
Stupid people
idea
are no
why.
threat to him.
So you hid in plain sight.
Exactly. Here, take
I mean,
this.
why does she
This
give
is
this
from
to
Lily,
me?
isn't it?
There really
Yes.
is no reason for her to give this to Nancy. Okay, bird tile puzzle.
All the birds are here. I must need to press them in a
Can't solve it
certain
because
way.
she's talking.
I need to figure out what it is.
Nancy, stop talking. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, that's wrong. Great, now I need to reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, little mistake, did not waste too much time.
This looks important.
The other transparency sheet, and I'm not actually going to go down that hidden tunnel because you don't have to. I'm going to open Lily's trunk because I have the numbers transparency things.
I know that sound. I need to figure out where it's coming from. These numbers should help. Let's see if I can open it now. What a strange lock. There has to be something around to help me figure this out.
Nancy. Blabbermouth. Honestly. 3, and 2. I find this because I have to look at this in order to open up the tomb.
I'd better take shelter in the tomb. This storm is intense.
And I started the sandstorm. Get rid of the cobra.
I can't believe that
Not sure
actually
if there's
worked.
a way to skip the cobra
I'd better
thing.
find a safe place to keep the
that could
cobra
be a
before I
time
do
saver.
anything else.
Saves about half a minute if I can skip that, right?
This will keep the cobra safe and out of striking distance.
Yeah, now I have to leave and go back in because I need to give Lily time to return. So I can ask her about Senate.
Nancy, things are moving.
She's talking about those
I heard
pillars,
the pillars
which I moved
moving.
like a half hour
This
ago.
place is seriously messed up.
I noticed that.
You'll notice
but
here we
I
have
don't
a
think
lot
we're
of
in any danger.
conversations. You can't
And
see
you're
them
basing
now,
this
but I'm
on
just going
what?
to scroll through a
Previous
huge
experience?
list of
Call
conversations.
it a hunch.
At this point, I'd rather call it a day.
Where
I
is
need
the
to
one
calm
I'm looking
down.
for?
This is
Here
a
it is.
huge opportunity and probably not a death trap.
What is that?
Right?
That is at
Right.
least
Can you
10,
tell me what the
12
symbols on the
different
Senate board mean?
conversations?
The special squares are the House of Rebirth, the House of Happiness, the House of Three Truths, and the House of Re Atom. That represents the House of Water.
What's the House of Water?
In the desert, water is very important, obviously.
So we only need to
But
talk
when
to
the desert
Lily,
is creeping
you know,
in,
to
stripping
certain
away
that
all of
she
the
knows
grazing
everything
lands,
about
the
Senate.
House of Water became a powerful
We
idea.
only need to talk
It was
to
the element the
Abdullah to
ancient
get rid
Egyptians
of
revered
Jamila.
and were terrified of
I
offending.
guess we have to find out
Bye-bye.
Jamila's backstory,
Bye.
so that's important. And we really only need to talk to Dylan in order to figure out how to... figure out the clue about Jamila's
If I combine
back.
what Lily said with John's notes, I
So I
should
guess
be able
all in
to
all,
figure
none
this
of the
out.
characters are that important to the actual plot of the game.
Nefertari. It's gotta be.
Lily's usefulness
just
is
what do
summed
you
up
think
in
you
the
are
Senate
doing?
board, and
Lily? Lily?
Abdullah.
Is that you? What are you
Not
doing?
too useful. I
Were
didn't
you
have to talk to
following
him. Only the once I had to talk to him.
This whole thing with the curse. It was you.
No, it wasn't.
Dylan is in the hospital because of you.
It wasn't supposed to happen. I just wanted him to leave.
Why?
I can't say. I'm not going to say.
What do you mean you can't
I don't
say?
think we found any
Is
information
someone helping you?
implicating Lily
Even
as
if I
the
wanted to
culprit.
tell you, there's nothing
But
you could
Nancy
do.
still
Lily, look
accuses
out!
Lily of being the culprit. Alright, that's it. Now I'm going away to Jamila as quickly as possible.
Nancy, what's the matter? What happened?
It's Lily. She's been caught in a cave-in. We need to get her help.
This is no accident. Abdullah did this, didn't he?
I
This
don't know.
conversation is
I
kind
need
of
to go
funny
get her
now,
help.
because
but I
Abdullah
don't
is
want to
right
leave her
here.
here with him.
Let me help her. If Abdullah comes back, I'm ready for him.
I mean, if he comes
Take
back,
this
he
signal
hasn't
box,
left.
go above, and call for help.
I skipped the
I'll take
part
care of
where
Lily.
I sent him away.
A key? Is there a second exit?
Normally, when you play the
Yes.
game, Abdullah's not here at this
Here,
point.
take this.
Oh,
I can't just leave Lily.
And you
and
can't
we have
help
the
her by staying.
Pantheon thing.
Go,
the
call for help.
Pantheon of the gods
If you
of
see
ancient
Abdullah,
Egypt,
run.
which is something I completely skipped. If I see Abdullah, run. I'm gonna see him. Oh no! I see him! I'm running! Run, 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 run! Okay, I'm just being ridiculous. No more jokes.
Cool.
Oh!
Ancient Egyptian phone
Didn't
charms.
mean to,
I was hoping
didn't mean
those
to
existed.
click on that. Did not mean to click on that. This puzzle.
Stuck. Oh, there must be a way I can make it to that door.
Crocodile. Okay, crocodile.
I need to find the correct head.
Then blue falcon, then the green cat. Green cat, then sun for head. Yeah, Not much to say here, just solve the puzzles like you should. Then after this, we're gonna have the final puzzle, and I've got the solution written down here. Abdullah!
Nancy, why do you look so frightened?
The curse! It was you!
Good. For once, I do not have to explain myself to you. Unless, of course, you can't figure out what happens now.
You won't get away with this!
No, no, I will get away. You will not. You should consider yourself lucky. You will have a beautiful tomb for all eternity.
You'll have to catch me first. The
I
stones
wonder
come
why
up from the
Abdullah,
floor when the
you know,
colors
decided
match.
to turn evil all of a sudden.
More platforms. If I can create a path to the other side
You know,
fast
he really
enough,
could have
I'll
tried
be
to
able to
leave
escape.
along with Nancy. I think he really could have, at this point, played the
Get
innocent
away!
card.
I better not make any mistakes.
There's no real proof that shows that he's the culprit. He might have gotten away with it if he hadn't, you know, revealed his evil nature. I mean, how do we know he's the culprit? Sure, Jamila thinks he's the culprit, but all we have
Leaving
is
so
her
soon?
word. We don't have any real proof. Well, now we have proof because he's evil and trying to attack Nancy.
That's that.
That's
Now,
that,
come on,
everybody!
Nancy. I'm dying
Alright,
to
we
see
beat the
Nefertari.
game! Now we just have the ending, cutscene.
Dear
That's
Hannah,
it.
the police eventually arrived and arrested Abdullah.
So how long
John
did this
suspects
take?
when his case goes to
I don't have
trial,
like a
we'll be learning
timer
a lot
running.
more about
I won't be
Abdullah's
able to see how
crimes
long this
against
speedrun took
archaeology.
until
If you ask me,
after
ancient
the game
and modern
stops
Egypt
playing.
will be much better without him. Lily was rescued from the tomb unharmed. She was initially taken into custody, but was released once Abdullah claimed full responsibility for everything that went wrong at the dig. I guess he really did believe she deserved a second chance. From what I hear, Lily is currently studying paleontology. I imagine she'll be happier in a career that doesn't involve daily contact with mummies. Dylan has nearly recovered and will soon be resuming his tours of ancient Egypt. Hopefully he's had enough of the black market. Maybe I'll check in on one of his tours to see how he's doing. Jamila was wary when John returned to the site, but the two of them soon hit it off. John has promised to have Nefertari
yeah, not
return
much
to
to
her
say.
rightful place
This is my
beside Ramses
speedrun.
II,
Can
and
you
Jamila
improve
has
upon
been
the
brought on to
speedrun?
assist with the
Yes, I
entire
got
process.
distracted. I made mistakes.
Jamila dropped her alien act and soon proved herself to be a
Let me
skilled
see. I don't see
Egyptologist.
anything major
I wouldn't be
you can
surprised if
do.
she and John end up working together for some time to come. Professor Hotchkiss has decided to revise her book to include our discovery of Nefertari's true
I think
tomb.
the biggest thing you
I'm looking
would
forward to
skip
reading
is
it,
the whole,
just
you
as
know,
much as I'm looking
conversation
forward
with
to her
Jamila,
taking
which
me
is a
off
rather
speed
long
dial.
one.
As for me, I'm happy
Oh
to
yeah,
have had
skip
an
the
adventure
conversation with
and
Professor
delighted to
Hotchkiss.
be
Find a
headed
way
home.
to skip that.
There's nothing like the
much
end of
faster
a mystery
speedrun, 'cause
when
that's-
all of the
that's about
pieces
2
fit
minutes.
together and everything is.
I don't think you can skip
And I
any
just
of the other
remembered I forgot to
conversations,
let the cobra
though.
go. Well, I'd better go take care of
You
that.
could skip
Guess I'll be
Lily's
getting
long
home a little later
conversations
than
about
anticipated.
Senate. That would be
Here's
nice,
hoping
but
that releasing an
you
angry
have to hear those
cobra isn't as
conversations
much of
in
a
order
bad
to open
idea
the
as it
tomb.
sounds.
So,
Love, Nancy.
yeah, I don't think there's any way you can improve. Wrong. I didn't get anything correct. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed my speedrun, everybody.